Hello there, everybody, and welcome to my presentation of my my Pokemon and I Reliving the Crisis. I'm going to just dive right into the first part. I really hope that everybody reads this. Hold on while it sets it up. No, my bad. I made the text bigger so everyone can see it. It's just a little off place just because it's zoomed in. So I apologize if it looks a little weird. Now, after I take that drink of water, we are ready to start. I hope you enjoy yourself. Part 1, Greetings from Alto Mare. It was a bright and sunny morning. Probably one of the most welcoming kinds of mornings I've ever had before. The sun somehow poked through the blinds of my window and hit right on top of my eyelids. While half asleep, I tossed and turned to find the position to block the sunlight, but it didn't work very well. Finally, I found a spot, and I was relaxed for about 10 seconds. Having some trouble sleeping, Mike? I lift my... actually, wait, this is very important. Before I go on any further, the way I do quotes and dialogue is a little bit different. I kind of do it play style, or kind of like copying Mystery Dungeon, whatever you call it. And I have the person who speaks here, and the dialogue next to it. If anyone has any, if anyone can't read it, just let me know and I may change it in the next part. Having some trouble sleeping, Mike? I lift my head to the voice. I looked directly up to see Latias right above me. She looked at me with a warm, welcoming smile, and her eyes read, "Good morning." "Oh, good morning, Latias. Did I wake you up?" "No, you didn't. I was already awake, but I heard you rolling around in your bed." By hearing her cheery voice and her giggle, I could not help but to laugh along with her. Unfortunately, now there's no way for me to fall back asleep, even if I wanted to. I could feel my body getting a burst of energy. I'm now wide awake, and it's only 8 in the morning. Latias waits outside my door as I get dressed. When I'm done, her and I walk down the stairs towards the kitchen. On the way to the kitchen, I was greeted by the family pet, Growlithe. He jumped into my arms with happiness. "Hello, Master." I kneel down to pat his head. "Oh, hello, Growlithe. It's good to see you. Are you hungry, buddy?" "Nope. Latios fed me already. I'm all good, thank you." "Oh, great. I'll have to thank him myself." "Master, I'm going for a walk outside." "Okay, then. You have a nice walk." Growlithe then headed for the front, and Latias and I continued to the kitchen. There we find Latios, who was looking out the window. "Good morning, Latios." "Good morning to you, Mike. I see that you are up and early again today." "Yeah, I kind of had no choice, though. The sun woke me up." Suddenly I could smell a bitter smell. I looked towards the counter and see that the coffee pot is turned on, with coffee freshly brewed within it. "Ooh, who made coffee?" "Your father did before he left to go to work." "Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, my dad has a job as a shopkeeper. But not your typical Pokemon. He sells rare and valuable items that you can't get at regular marts. Well, except for gummies, I find and sell those. On special occasions, he sometimes helps trainers teach battling skills to their Pokemon. He knows a lot of great techniques because he used to be a great Pokemon trainer himself at about my age. His job, the age of the main character is 13, by the way. His job is good and it does look enjoyable, but it's not as good of a job as being the leader of the LSRT. Although, I gotta say, it hasn't really been good lately. There has been some stress going on. A lot of my Pokemon on the team have been being chased by trainers lately. You would think by now that people who would get the fact that the Pokemon on my team cannot be caught. But no. Even though my members show them proof that they're on my team, their Pokénavs to be exact, trainers still try to catch them. Trainers are not bright when it comes to legendary Pokemon. I take the pot and pour some coffee to drink. It tasted great. It makes it a good way to start the morning. "Oh, Latios, I wanted to say thanks for feeding Growlithe." "It was no problem at all. He was hungry, and he asked me to see if you could get food for him. But I figured that I could get the food for myself by instead of waking you up." "Yep, thanks again, buddy." "So, brother, did you go outside yet?" "Oh no, I didn't. Why?" "There's a cute little garden that that has around the block. I wanted to show you it." "Oh, really? That sounds nice. What kind of flowers do they have out there?" "Well, I remember seeing these soul flowers there. They're in full bloom, too. They're very pretty." Oh, I bet. And at this time of day, they're probably still have dew on them. Oh yeah, and soul flowers with dew on them. That's even more pretty. I was only half listening to their conversation, and all I really heard was the words soul and dew. I grew slightly nervous. Whoa, what about the soul dew? Is it okay? Huh? Oh, Mike, we weren't talking about the gem at Altamar. We were talking about the soul, the flower with the morning dew on it. The soul dew is fine, Mike. Don't you worry. The two eons then resumed their garden conversation. I suddenly completely zone out and daydream about the soul dew. I can picture it in the pool in Latias and Latios' garden. I also can picture it being stolen. I was thinking about that true movie that the Latias showed me again. The movie of the Crisis of Altamar. The bad scenes of the movie were stuck in my mind again. The Latias fighting and battling, and Latios getting captured in that horrible, shocking net. I felt completely frightened now. I closed my eyes very tightly. Mike, are you alright? I snap out of my daydream. I looked to Latias and Latios to see if they both had, and to see that they had both had concerned looks on their faces. Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I guess this coffee's a little too strong for me. It's making my head feel kind of weird. I'm going to get some fresh air. Oh, well, okay. I then head for the back door. I go out to the deck and lean against the back rail. I felt a little bad. I just completely lied to Latios. I usually tell the truth to him, but I just don't want him or Latios to get upset about the whole crisis at Altamar. I know for a fact that both of them deep down were scared of the crisis. I didn't want them thinking about it the way I had been. I again snap out of my thinking process and try to think of the crisis no longer. I decide to look around my backyard and take my mind off of it. While staring at the scenery, I hear a low roar which sounded right above me. I looked up to see a large yellow figure in the sky. The figure was flying to me, it seemed, and when it got close enough, I noticed that it was a large yellow dragon. The dragon landed right beside me on the deck and greeted me with a wave and a heartwarming smile. Hello, Mike. Great to see you. Hello, Dragonite. It's nice to see you, too. How have you been lately? Oh, great. I couldn't be any better. Say, do you think that any of our fellow members will need help today? Ugh, I hope not. I've been getting out of control with all the rescues and stuff. I actually just realized something. With the whole time that you've joined, not once have you needed any help. Oh yeah, I guess not. No trainer has ever tried to catch me. And I've been walking around towns and other places that have bunches of trainers. I don't want to question it, really. But now that I think about it, I think that trainers don't go after you because of the fact that you live here and not in the ocean. Really? How does that work? Well, usually all wild dragonite live in the ocean. So if people see you living on land, they must figure that someone must own you. I mean, that's what I would think anyway. Oh, never would have thought of that. Oh, I almost forgot. Moltres wanted to see you. Really? What for? He wanted to show you show you some other members. The perfected heatwave. Perfected heatwave. I roll my eyes and chuckle. You would think that bird would eventually get sick and tired of showing off his moves. Yeah, he was bragging about it to me earlier, saying, "My move is a fire move like no other. A huge fire wave crashing into everything." It's funny. Heatwave is known by more Pokemon than him. In fact, I think Charizard might know it. I didn't even hear Dragonite's last few sentences. I zoned out during his Moltres impression. The reason why is because of the words "huge wave crashing into everything." And that immediately made me think of the crisis. In the movie, the Soldew gets broken and shattered, and the result of this is all the waters in the Canal of Altamar empty out into the ocean, and then a huge wave comes in towards the city. I'm taking I'm talking a big enough wave to destroy an entire island, like Altamar. Well, the wave does get stopped, but well, I just can't say it. All I can say is that something happens to Latios, something life-changing. Well, at least something happened which made him return to this world. That's the good part, anyway. You would think that I would be thankful and just be happy that he's back. I don't know why I let this movie get to me. True or not, the Latias are still here and Altamar is safe. But for some reason, I'm still just afraid for unknown reason. Mike, I don't even hear him. I'm still lost in thought. Mike? I still don't hear him. Dragonite bends over and puts his head right next to mine. He bumps me gently. Mike, are you okay, buddy? I finally snap out of it. Seeing Dragonite's head so close to me makes me startled slightly. Whoa. How long was I out for? For a little over a minute. What were you so lost in thought about? Oh, nothing really. I just woke up about 45 minutes ago. I guess I'm still tired. I daydream a lot when I'm tired. Oh, okay. At least I know you're alright. Dragonite smiles at me. Oh, okay. So where am I meeting Moltres? Right in front of your house, actually. In the road. Okay. I'll get Latias and Latios and I will meet you there. Okay, I'll meet you there, Mike. Dragonite flaps his wings and starts to fly over to the spot. I walk back inside and greet the Latis. Hey, Latias. Hey, Latios. Hiya, Mike. Need anything? No, I'm good, thanks. I wanted to let you know that Moltres is doing a presentation of his improved fire moves today, and I would like you two to come along. Okay, we can go. Yeah, why not? Oh, good. Just meet us in the front of the house in the road. Alright, sure thing. Okay, see you there. I then walk back outside and head towards the front. I saw some LSRT members in the road already. There was Charizard, Zapdos, Squirtle, Charmander, Bulbasaur, Dragonite, Mew, Pidgeot, and Linoone. Latias and Latios were not too far behind me when I got to the road. Sheesh, all these Pokemon came to see the fire display? Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, actually. I pick a spot in front of the crowd in front of Dragonite and Charizard. I don't know what the big deal is. Moltres isn't the only one who can know Heat Wave, you know. That's exactly what I said. Oh, but I bet he'll be really happy after this. He'll appreciate that we came. Yeah, well, it looks like some members didn't want to come. I didn't really want to either, honestly. Oh, Charizard, like Latias says, think of how happy Moltres will be. Well, I suppose. And speaking of the Firebird... Appearing from the sky, Moltres swoops down and lands in front of the crowd. He turns around and looks at us. So all of you want to witness some true fire skill? No, not really. Oh yes, mighty Moltres. Show us your mastery of your fire moves. Moltres glares at Zapdos. No sarcasm. I'm not in the mood. Now to start off the display, I will use Heat Wave. Wait, Moltres, before you start, don't you think we should move to a wider spot? Moltres must have ignored me, because several seconds after I said that, he shot his Heat Wave. His move was a Heat Wave like I've never seen before. Flames were circling all around him, and he swirled them around in the air. The heat was too intense for my eyes, though, and I had to cover them with my hands. Ugh, that is really hot. After 30 seconds, the heat wore off. I opened my eyes to see Moltres standing there with a proud look on his face. Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle started to clap for him. Soon everyone else did the same. Well done, Moltres. That was good. How would you know? You had your eyes closed the whole time. I gave him an angry look. Even with me giving him a compliment, he was still not satisfied, it seemed. When will he ever be? Hey, does anyone else smell smoke? Everyone started to look around and smell the air. They too smelled the scent of smoke. There wasn't any smoke in sight, but the smell was in the air. Maybe it was just the remains from Moltres' fire move. Just then, the 50-foot-tall tree in the neighbor's front yard burst into flames from top to bottom. The sudden fire burst made everyone jump. Whoa! Tree on fire! Tree on fire! Eek! We gotta put that out! I turned to the crowd behind me. Okay, does anyone know any water moves? Charizard gives me a glare that reads, what do you think? Zapdos and Dragonite both shake their heads. I know Water Gun! I can help! Oh, me too! I know Surf! Oh, good, but I don't think he'll be able to reach the top. Oh, I know! I'll call Lugia! In the meantime, Squirtle, have Pidgeot and you ride... have Pidgeot give you a ride to help reach the higher parts. Okay, get on, Squirtle. You got it. Linoone started to put the bottom part out, and Pidgeot and Squirtle aimed for the top. While they were trying, I take my Pokéknife out to call Lugia. Hello? Lugia, hey! Where are you right now? I'm on my way to your house, actually. I'm going to see that fire display. I'm not too late, am I? The show started already, yeah, but I need you for something else. The tree burst into flames in the neighbor's yard, and I need your help to put it out. Please hurry! Okay, I'll get there as fast as I can. Lugia then hung up the Pokéknife. I wait impatiently while looking at the tree. In less than a minute, though, Lugia is at the tree and hosing it down with hydro pump. In no time, the fire was successfully put out, and I sigh with relief. But suddenly I grew angry and walk over to Moltres. Way to go, Moltres. Now I'm going to have to pay for that. Hey, it's not my fault. If that tree wasn't so dry, it wouldn't have caught on fire. Not your fault. I told you we should have moved to a wider location, but you ignored me. A tree like that will probably cost over 100,000 Poke, and now that's going to really hurt the LSRT's fun. Hey, that's enough, you two. Let's end it now before it gets any worse. Okay. Fine. This is exactly the kind of stress I've been putting up with lately. Well, trees don't usually catch on fire around here. That was just a bonus. Honestly, I don't get into a lot of arguments with my members. It's just been lately that I have been. It's like this one time where Zapdos thought the LSRT should recruit a Ghost-type member. Well, personally, I think ghosts are creepy. Just the way they look, the way they act, the fact that they can go through walls, it freaks me out a bit. I'm not afraid of them, I just feel weird being near them. I said no to Zapdos, and he tried changing my mind by telling me how the cool things about him. After he did, I just randomly snap at him. I tell him that I don't like them and that I said no. I don't even know why I yelled at him. I think it's from the stress. At least that's the excuse I gave Zapdos after I apologized to him. Luckily for me, he forgave me. The fire display ended early. Moltres was not happy with that, but I didn't want to take the chances of a house to catch on fire. Articuno flew in about 3 minutes after the fire was put out. He asked the other members around him what happened here. Everyone tried to tell him all at once, it looked like. While the discussion was going on, my Pokénav started to ring. Hello? Hey Mike, it's Ho-Oh. I'm in a bit of a situation here. Oh no, I yet feel another rescue coming on. By the way, paragraphs in italics is Mike thinking to himself. What's wrong, Ho-Oh? You can probably guess. Trainers. I'm being chased by trainers again. Ugh, when will these people learn? That's what I say too. Okay, where are you? I'm sure I'm in that town you live in. You mean Borica? Ah, yes, whatever town you live in is, yes. I think I'm at by the center. I recognize the scenery. Oh, okay, I'll get there as soon as possible. I hang up the Pokénav and go over to the crowd of members to get their attention. Hey, I need every member's attention. The crowd stops talking and they look over to me. Okay, listen up. Ho-Oh is in Borica Center being chased by trainers. Once again. I need some of you to come with me to help Ho-Oh out. Who will attend? I'll go. Me too. Zapdos and I will attend too. I guess I'll go too. Okay, that's more than enough members. We're good to go. I'll look over at Dragonite to see that he has a disappointed look on his face. I'll walk over to him and pat him on the back. Sorry, buddy. I can't have too many members go at once. Maybe next time. Dragonite gives me a small smile. I felt kind of bad for telling him he couldn't go. I suddenly just realized that Latias and Latios both didn't offer to go. Surprise! Both of them love to go on rescues and help the team out. Hey, Moltres, can you give me a ride? Sure. I then get on him. Okay, as far as the other members who are not attending, you can go back to home or do whatever you want. I'll be back with Ho-Oh in no time, don't you worry. I then point towards the direction in which we needed to go. Okay, let's go! Off to rescue Ho-Oh. All 5 flyers then take off and head towards the center of town as I grew more nervous. I just hope that we would get to rescue Ho-Oh in time. That's weird. I wonder why it's cut out there. Right. We all arrived at the center of town in 5 minutes. The chase finally ended, and we covered Ho-Oh. Attention, trainers. This Ho-Oh here is protected by the LSRT. That means that he's under protection to prevent being caught. Most trainers were bummed and started to head back, but other trainers were still in the air and didn't want to leave. It still looked like one trainer wanted to throw a Pokeball. Hey, I'm warning you, do not throw that Pokeball. Why not? I'm going to catch that awesome Pokemon and become the coolest trainer ever. Your humans are all alike. This Pokemon does not want to be caught. Don't you ever think about what it wants? And what happens if I do? Well, you could get a huge fine or even get your trainer license taken away from you. Hey, watch out, guys. It still looks like he's going to throw a ball. But you don't even own it, so it can be caught by anyone. Is this human for real? Dude, don't do it. It is like he owns it. Just give up on it. I agree with that, human. Fine, I won't do it. Thank you. The whole team thanks you. It's a good thing you didn't, too. There's cops down there. Yes, the police definitely get involved with serious things like this. Just as I said that, the trainer threw an ultra ball towards Ho-Oh. However, the LSRT saw the ball coming and deflected it away with their attacks. What the heck is your problem? Come on, it's not fair if you block the ball away. Dude, you got issues. Ugh, I want to scorch that human so bad. You're not the only one. I suddenly heard on my Pokémon ring. I looked at it and it said one new text message. I opened the message and noticed that it was from the police. I also noticed that it said open fire. Ugh, whoa, oh boy. What does it say? Kid, you might want to start running now. Why, is he going to be arrested? Worse. Lugia with curiosity looked over my shoulder and read the message. Open fire! The scream was so loud that the Poke-to-Speak amulet translated it very clearly. Oh crap, dude, run! I quickly jumped onto Pidgeot because I knew he didn't want to join the full force attack. At this point, I didn't either. That's not what the other members did, though. They were flying fast and using their very powerful moves on the trainer. The trainer's Fearow, which he was riding, was trying to fly just as fast to try to break free from the attack. After 30 seconds of watching the fight, I couldn't bear to see it anymore. I had to stop them, or that trainer would get seriously injured. Pidgeot flew over close to the chase scene, but I didn't have much luck stopping it. After about 10 minutes later, I managed to finally stop it. Well, that is only because Moltres accidentally hit me with a flamethrower. I'm just glad it was over. By the way, the words in bold are moves. Just anyone wouldn't know, like Pokemon moves. The moment the kid had was probably the scariest moment of his life. And that's not the end of it. The kid got a fine of 5,000 Poke. But it was better than seeing him or his Pharaoh get completely wasted. This was another one of the stressful things I had to go through. The stress is mostly from rescue missions, but it's also the bad daydreams and thoughts. Like I said before, I keep thinking of that movie Latias and Latios showed me. I still couldn't believe it was real, or at least it was based on the real thing. There were some nice parts in the movie that I liked, but there were also some very scary parts, like the one I had about this morning, that frightened me. And that's when I thought about him. And I just kept thinking about it. When I got home from my mission, I was exhausted, so I went into my room and lay on my bed. I just wanted to relax. I hoped that no one would get any more trouble again. Hiya, Mike. How did the rescue go? I look over to see Latias and Latios, who just appeared in my room. Oh, hi, you two. I didn't see you come in. Oh, the rescue was incredibly exhausting. I'm just glad to be back home. We're glad to have you home. She gives me a nice smile. Hey, I have an idea. Why don't you take the rest of the day off and we take over for a bit? I don't know. Do you really want to? Yes, it'll be our pleasure, too. Oh, wow, thanks. I could use a nice rest. If anything major happens, I will wake you up, though. I know. Thanks again. Enjoy your rest, Mike. Those two are always there when I need them. It seems as if they always know what to do. This is the major reason why I'm afraid of the movie. They had to do what they did to save their homeland. I don't want it happening again. For all of what they do not deserve cruel treatment. It looks like it's up to me to prevent this. I fell asleep instantly after I talked with the Latias. I guess I was more tired than I thought. I think the time is only 6:30 p.m. when I went to sleep too. I'm very happy to say that I had a peaceful sleep this night. For the past week, I've been having nightmares about that movie. But this time I didn't. I loved it. I awoke the next morning feeling refreshed. I look over to my right and find Latias sleeping next to me in my bed. She must have been worried about me and decided to sleep next to me to see if I was okay. I tried to get up out of bed without waking her up, but it wasn't easy. Her wing was placed on top of my back. I tried to roll over out of bed, but I accidentally bumped her wing. She started to wake up. Oops, I think I woke her up. She opened and looked at me with her bright yellow eyes. Good morning, Mike. I see that you're awake. Good morning, Latias. I'm glad that you woke up all right. But the way you went to bed, I was kind of worried. And I guess I was right. Right about what? Oops, I didn't realize that she was reading my mind. About you being worried and all. Well, of course I was worried about you. I was just making sure nothing was wrong, that's all. You're not the only one who's worried. Hmm? I, I look at her with a concerned face. Oh, it's that movie again, huh? I nod at her. I'm just so worried that something will happen to you or the island. But that was so long ago. Besides, my brother and I are here safe and sound with you. Nothing will happen to us or the island. But how do you know that someone won't try to steal the Soldu again? Well, you said yourself that you will call the LSRT to help us if it shall happen again, right? Am I right? Yes, but that was before I saw that dreadful movie. I then saw that Latios was getting up from his sleep. He then looked over to us. Sorry for eavesdropping, but I could not help but to overhear. He then got up and came over to me. Mike, to be honest, I'm just as afraid of the crisis as you are in a way. You are? Yes. But at the time, as you know, there was nothing I could do but to, well, you know. And if there would happen again, I would probably do the same thing. I don't let that get to me, though. I know that I have excellent friends to help me with a situation like that before it leads into anything life-threatening. Well, I suggest that you take a day off from the LSRT. It is something that will definitely calm you down. What? I can't. What if someone gets in trouble again? I already talked to the members yesterday and told them that it would be best to stay in their homelands. No one will be in any kind of trouble. Well, okay, I guess it's a good idea. You know what calms me down from stress is a nice, peaceful walk through a beautiful park. I love those. A walk by myself, yeah, that actually sounds great. You could go down by Great Brook Farms. Great idea. I love it there. Is it okay if I come along with you? Sorry, Latias. I think I better go alone so I can clear the thoughts out of my head. Oh. But don't worry. When I'm done, we can go down there, the three of us, and walk the trails. Are you sure? Don't worry, Latias. I'll be fine. Okay. You be careful now. Don't forget to take your Pokédex with you. That's alright. I won't be needing that. I don't want anyone calling or texting me while I'm trying to calm down. I'm not sure if I agree with this. Don't worry, you two. I'll be fine. Latios and Latias both looked at each other and then back at me. Alright, we trust you. Well, thanks a bunch. I promise I won't be long. Take care, Mike. And so I started off on my walk. In about 10 minutes, I was walking the fields and woods of Great Brook Farms. I must say that the walk was calming me down a bit. I wasn't thinking about the LSRT and worrying about if anyone would be in trouble. Everything was, well, perfect. Except for one thought I had. I once again thought about that big wave crashing towards the city of Altamar, and that completely turned my peaceful trip upside down. Ugh, I really need to start thinking about that. I mean, it's not going to happen again. The whole LSRT won't allow it. Both Latias and Latios are great and very healthy condition, and the city seems to be safe. Suddenly I heard something that appeared to be a roar. Oh, what was that? I guess it was nothing. I must be hearing things. But why did that crisis even have to occur? If it never did, then neither I nor the Latias would be worrying about it. If only there was some way that I could have known about the crisis and that I could have been there to stop it. Well, it's not like I could just go back in time and prevent it. I don't think that's even possible. Wait, what am I doing? This walk was supposed to be peaceful, and now I'm here thinking about the crisis again. I really need to learn just to forget things and let them go. I think now's a good time to be heading back home. Whack! Darkness. All I see now is darkness. I have no idea what hit me. Did I pass out from worrying too much? I have no idea. But it's like someone just turned my body off for me, and now I'm in a very deep sleep. Maybe another rest is what I need. Hey, young one, are you alright? I felt myself starting to wake up from my faint. I saw sunlight, but my vision was still blurry, so I could not tell what was going on. Hey, you're waking up! Oh, what a relief! I thought you were seriously injured. What? I don't know what happened. I was walking along in this field, and then suddenly my vision went black. Oh my, well, maybe you had a stroke, but I wouldn't think you would have one, accounting that you look young. Oh. The name's Lorenzo, by the way. I know this may be hard for you since you like this, but I'm still glad to see that you're awake and moving. So, what are you doing walking down here? Oh, I'm on my way home from the market. What? You mean you walked through Great Brook Farms to get to your house? I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about. This is Altamar that we're in. I've never heard of the place you just mentioned. Wait a second. Did you just say Altamar? What? Well, I guess I did, son. One of the most beautiful cities in the world, as you know. I suddenly got up and looked around. My vision was turning clear, and I saw no field. What I saw was scrunched buildings, and on my road to my left, I saw a canal. Oh my god, I really think this is Altamar. Are you feeling okay there, son? I don't think so, because I don't know how I'm here. Oh my, I think you must have gotten a little amnesia from your faint. I'm very sorry about that. I look over to him. You don't understand. I'm telling the truth. 1 minute I'm in a field in a park, and now I'm here. Please, you gotta believe me. I'm not fully sure if I can believe you, to be honest. Ah! Well, once again, I'm sorry for whatever happened to you. I don't know if you're interested, but I would like you to come. Would you like to come to my place for a cup of coffee? We could talk about what happened, and maybe I can help you out. I looked around and then sighed. I guess I should. I mean, I have nowhere else to go. Maybe this man can help me out with how I got here. Yes, that sounds lovely. Good, let's be off now. As as we started to Lorenzo's house, I began to think somehow I kind of knew Lorenzo in a way. Him, maybe I did, or maybe I'm just a little weird in the head still. We then made it to the house. It's nice. It's a nice house, I think. It's right on the water too. What a nice place you have here. Why, thanks. It's a very nice place to live, I think. We then we walked in the doorway to the kitchen of the house. This house looked somewhat big and it was very clean and neat. Sit down there, son. Don't be shy. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just thinking to myself. Oh, that's quite all right. Say, how do you like your coffee? Cream and 2 sugars, please. Okay, then. Coming right up. In only about a minute or so, Lorenzo made the coffees and sat down across from me. Well, this may be a little silly for me to ask, but what do the people of Altamar do around here? Well, I guess I could help you out with the remembering. How can you remember something you never even knew about in the first place? Well, the people around here run ordinary lives. Well, now that I mention it, I guess no life is actually ordinary. I'm glad that you asked that because a very special event is coming up. What event is that? Why, it's the 25th annual Tour de Altamar. Wait, I've heard this from somewhere. I think it was from the movie. Let me think for a moment. Welcome one and all to the 25th annual Tour de Altamar, an exciting race that gets more hot and fun each year. That's right. That movie said that it was the 25th. Lorenzo must be wrong about the year. Excuse me, but don't you mean the 26th competition? No, son, the 25th. We of Altamar don't lie about fantastic events such as this. Oh. I wonder who will win this year. This year's competition has people from around the world. That does sound exciting. It does. I tried to think of another topic. Wait, since this is Altamar, I wonder if this man knows anything about Latios and Latios. I better not ask him directly. Can I ask another question? Why, sure. Are there any myths or legends that have to do with Altamar? Oh, heavens, yes! There's a legend about the 2 guardians of the entire city. What legend is that? As if I didn't already know. Why, it's the legend of Latios and Latios. They sound amazing. Yes, they are magnificent beings according to legend. So what do Latios and Latias do? It is said that they fly around the town, keeping an eye out for any suspicious things. Suspicious things, huh? Yes, they reveal their appearance when the island needs them most. There is, however, a lucky some who get to see them. Have you ever seen them? Lorenzo pauses for a brief moment. No, I have not. I don't think anyone has been seeing them lately because everything has been peaceful here for many years. Wow. Lorenzo then looked at me with an examining sort of look for a moment. Say, son, what's that thing around your neck? I looked down and realized that he's talking about the amulet I'm wearing. Oh, this is my Pokespeak amulet. Pokespeak amulet? Why, I've never heard of that. It sounds like some sort of gizmo. It is in a way. This amulet here can let me communicate with Pokemon. Goodness, is that even possible? With this device here, yes. It actually takes whatever Pokemon says and translates it into clear English. But only the one who wears it can gain this ability. My word, technology these days. May I see it for just a moment, please? I'm sure, I guess so. I took off the amulet and handed it to Lorenzo. He gave him that examining look again when he looked at it. My, this sure is fashionable, too. Bianca would love this. Wait, Bianca? I know that name sounds familiar to me. I think Latias mentioned that name before. By the way, these little thingies here, like these little special parentheses, that represents a flashback, just in case anyone knows. Thank you. I'll never forget the good times my brother and I had with Bianca. Bianca, who's that? Oh, she was the one who took care of my brother and I while we lived at Alto Mare. I knew for a fact that I knew that name. Was this the Bianca Latias was talking about? I think there's an error with this here device. What? What do you mean? Does it not work anymore? Oh no, nothing like that. It's just that the date is wrong on here. The date? Let me see. Lorenzo handed me back the amulet. I looked at the back and saw nothing wrong with the date. Looked fine to me. It says copyright 2005. What's wrong with that? Well, the year 2005 hasn't happened yet, apparently. I think the company you got it from must have made a careless error is all. What are you saying, that the year is 2004? Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying. My goodness, that must have been some strong amnesia you had if you can't even remember the year. I completely don't understand. How is the year the 2004? I just had my 13th birthday last March. Son, what year were you born? 1992. Lorenzo thought for a moment and then shook his head. Sorry, my friend, but there's no way you're 13 yet unless you were born in 1991. I don't understand any of this. I guess you're right. I guess I did get amnesia from that knockout. That's the only thing that makes sense. I'm very sorry for you. I heard the door that leads outside open up. I look over to see who was coming in. It was a girl. Looked about my age, or at least I think my age, if the date was correct. The funny part is that she seemed familiar to me. Hello, dear madame. How was your day? Oh, it was great. I painted a picture of the main canal of Alto Mare. Oh, and who's this? Oh, this is, whoops, sorry, Sonny. I've been talking to you all this time and I didn't even ask for your name. Oh, that's okay. Name's Mike. Glad to meet you. Hi, I'm Bianca. I'm glad to meet you too. So this is the Bianca that Lorenzo mentioned. Are you okay there? Oh, sorry. I must have been daydreaming again. I've been doing that a lot lately. This poor boy got amnesia from a knockout, it seems. He's been having trouble remembering his place here at Alto Mare. Amnesia? Oh, how awful. I feel so sorry for you. It's quite alright. That's a nice painting you have there. You like painting then? Why, well, yes, I do. I've been doing it for a couple of years now. I finished my cup of coffee and then looked at Lorenzo. Hey, are there any hotels at Alto Mare? Yes, there is. But don't you have a home? Yes, I do. But it's not at Alto Mare. Are you absolutely sure? Yes, I'm sure. My home is back in Borica. Oh, well, you're more than welcome to stay here if you want. I think there's no need for a hotel. Well, thanks. I think I will stay here. Good. Now I will show you the guest room we have here. It's right upstairs. I think you'll love it. The bed is nice too. I followed both of them to the guest room. We passed Bianca's room on the way. I glanced in her room to see what she had in there. There were a lot of paintings. She must really love to paint. I was just about to fully walk by when I saw a painting that definitely caught my eye. I stopped and peeked my head in the door to get a better look. It was a painting of Latias and Latios. I couldn't believe it at first, but I had to because it was sitting right there in front of me. I wondered if the painting was bought or if Bianca painted it. But how could she have painted it if no one on the island has ever saw Latias? Things to me were making absolutely no sense. I quickly put my head back and kept following Lorenzo and Bianca. I didn't want them catching me looking at their stuff. Lorenzo showed me the room. It was a little small, but just the right size for someone like me. The bed was even nice too, just like Bianca said. Lorenzo went back downstairs, and Bianca went in her room after they were done showing me my room. I looked out the window in the room and saw what the view was like. I had a magnificent view of the ocean. It was almost nighttime, and the sun was setting. The ocean was glittering under the orange sun. Just looking at it made me calm down and forget how I even got in this spot in the first place. I guess this is one of the reasons why Altamar is one of the most beautiful cities in the world. I decided to go to bed after the sun was fully set. Because before I got under the covers, I realized something. Oh my god, Latios and Latias are waiting for me at my house and I never came home. They must be so worried about me. Oh man, I knew I should have taken my Pokénav with me. There was nothing I could do now. I knew for a fact that the people of Altamar didn't have any Pokénavs because Latios told me they don't use them. I had no idea what to do, but I was very tired all of a sudden. So I just went to bed and hoped for the best. Pardon me. Even as I tried, even as tired as I was, I couldn't sleep. Now that I was here at Altamar, half confused and half worried to death, I kept thinking of how I got here and what to do next. I still can't believe I got amnesia. I just can't. I remember that I was on the walk, and then I got all worried because I thought of another bad moment. What I don't get is how I got knocked out at Great Brook Farms and woke up here at Altamar. It just doesn't make any sense. Another thing is the year. How is it the year 2004? I can picture the whole LSRT at my 13th birthday. The only thing I can think of is that I went back in time. But I can't do that. I don't even know how to go back in time. Even if I did, I wouldn't be here at Altamar. I would be still at Great Brook Farms, I think. Okay, let's say I did go back in time. Would Latios and Latias be here? I did meet Latias after the crisis happened. Maybe they are here. I thought for a moment about the movie. I pictured the 25th annual Tour de Altamar. Wait, Latias and Latios went to the Tour de Altamar in the movie. That means that they would be going to it tomorrow. I suddenly yawned. I couldn't really think much anymore without half falling asleep, so I just closed my eyes and went to sleep. I've decided just to pretend I went back in time. If I really did, then I know for a fact that my Latios and Latias would be going to the Tour de Altamar. That would also be my destination for tomorrow too. I tried to get a full night's sleep, but I woke up in the middle of the night. I couldn't tell what time it was because there was no clock in the room. I decided to go back to sleep, but I was well awake now, so I thought to myself for a bit. I was thinking mostly about Latias and Latios again. I was wondering where they were, whether this was the right time or not. I was also thinking of the big talk we had at the life back here at Altamar. I then thought of something that caught my attention. Hold on just a moment. Alrighty, now I'm back.
Hey, is there a club?
Oh, sorry about that. As soon as I said I'm back, someone barges in. I believe I am here. So Bianca must have been so nice to you too if she spent every day of her life taking care of you. Yes, yeah, she was. Yes, she was, but she wasn't the only one who took care of us. No? Yes, her grandfather Lorenzo was taking care of us well before she did. Really? Yes, he was just as nice, if not nicer. He took care of us since we were so young, right? Right, brother? That is true, sis. I remember all the times we had. He was the one who wanted to take care of us ever since our father passed away. Oh, yeah. Your father had to save the town from disaster, am I right? That is the truth, Mike. So it was Lorenzo who took your father's place in your 2 times of need. It was like that way, wasn't it? But now it's like you're the one who took his place and now is taking care of us. Yeah, I guess it is. Ah, that liar. Lorenzo lied to me all this time about him seeing the Latias. That explains the picture in the room. I can't believe they did that. But I guess they did that to keep the Latias safe. I'm a liar too. I was acting as if I never knew them, and I'm asking ridiculous questions that I already knew the answer to. I guess I should talk to them about the Latias, but won't do it until I find Latios and Latios first. I need to get some rest for tomorrow. Maybe if I try closing my eyes again. I did end up falling asleep, but once again I woke up later in the night. I thought of something too. I realized that in the movie there was a sacred garden that the Latias lived in. They also slept there every night. I figured I could find this garden to find them, but I had no idea where the secret entrance was. I then thought of something even better. Lorenzo had a workshop with a tunnel that leads right to the garden. That is where I figured I would go, but I wouldn't be able to do that in the morning. I think Lorenzo gets up really early to go in his workshop. The only thing to do is to sneak down there now while everyone is still asleep. That's exactly what I started to do. I opened the door and crept down the hall. I made it past Bianca's room and Lorenzo's room without any problems. I tried to go down the stairs quietly, but some of them squeaked as I stepped on them. I managed to get down the stairs and out the door without waking anyone up. Pardon me? I ran towards the workshop and tried to open the door, but it was locked. I thought I wouldn't be able to get in until I saw the mat underneath me. I decided to look under to see if there was a key, and to my surprise, there was. The key fit perfectly into the hole, and the door was open. In the workshop, I looked around, but I didn't see anything that looked interesting. I then looked on the ground and saw a loose floorboard. I decided to see if I could lift it, and I did. There it was, the secret passageway to the sacred garden. My heart was pounding with excitement. I went down the hole and followed the path. My heart pounded even harder the more I kept progressing. I saw at the end of the tunnel that there was a garden. There was the garden right after it. I stopped and looked around and saw how beautiful the flowers and the beautiful trees. Far down the garden, I saw two faint glowing red eyes that seemed to be getting bigger. When they got even closer, I saw they were actually, two glowing lights that seemed to be getting bigger. And then when they got close enough, I saw they were eyes. The figure of the eyes were getting real close and real fast. I tried to make out what the figure was, and then I realized, Latios? Smash! I felt like I was knocked out again because my vision went black. But I couldn't because I could feel my heart racing. I couldn't tell whether it was from excitement or from panic. Did I really just experience what I'm thinking right now? I'm too scared to tell. I felt myself waking up. I thought I was still in the garden, but to my surprise I wasn't. I found out that I was in the bed in the guest room. Oh my god, that was the scariest thing that ever happened to me. I really thought that Latios attacked me. Oh, thank god it was a dream. I hate having nightmares. I've had nightmares for the past week, but this one's just plain unbelievable. I knew for a fact that Latios wouldn't full blast attack me like that. I really hope I never have a dream like that again. I wanted to go back to sleep, but I noticed out the window that the sun was rising. It was still dark, but the sun was peeking through. It looked like a sunrise with stars. I just decided to head downstairs. I wasn't sure if anyone else was awake, so I snuck down the hall. It looked like Lorenzo was awake after all. I sat down at the dining table and waited for him to turn around. Good morning, Mike. I see that you're awake. Can I get you anything? Wait, how did you know it was me? Bianca left already to go see how the big race was going to be set up. I knew that he stumbled there for a minute. I think what he was going to say was that she left to go check on the Latias, but of course he couldn't say that to me. I'm a stranger to him. I started to head out the door. Lorenzo caught me doing so and stopped me. Wait, don't you want any breakfast? Nah, I'm fine, thanks. I want to head out early to get a good look at Altamar. And then I need to head to the big Tour de Altamar. Well, okay then. Maybe we'll meet up together at the race. Look for me, alright? Oh, okay, I will. Thanks again for letting me stay here. Anytime. You have a good day now. It's kind of weird if you think about it, really. Lorenzo's treated me like he knew me for 10 years, and yet I only knew him because of Latias and Latios. Another thought came into my mind. It's sort of about the dream I had last night. I wondered about the secret tunnel in Lorenzo's workshop. And, of course, I went down there to check it. I've completely forgotten, however, about the bad part of my dream. I ran down the alley to Lorenzo's workshop. I tried to open the door and it wasn't locked. That's good, because there was no mat on the ground this time. I looked on the floor, but I didn't see any loose floorboards. Did the secret passage even exist? I tried to move literally every board, but none of them budged. I guess the passage wasn't real after all. I have no idea what I was thinking about. Dreams can do that to you sometimes. I suddenly heard footsteps coming from the alley. I think it was Lorenzo, too. He came in and saw me here. He didn't look like he was too happy to see me. Hey, what are you doing in here? I was just looking at the wonderful boats you made. They're really nice. Thank you, but I don't like it when others go in my workshop without me knowing. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll go now. Don't be offended, son. It wasn't your fault. Alright, I need to go anyway. Alright then. Have a good day. You too. I headed down the road to see where it leads. The only problem is that I have no idea where I'm going or where anything is around here. I came up to a small plaza and noticed an ice cream shop. I could go for an ice cream after all the stuff that happened to me so far. I, I got a vanilla ice cream with fudge on top. It was very good. I wanted another, but I didn't have much money on me. And I can't get any more until I get home. Whenever that may be. I sat down on the bench and looked around. I saw so many kinds of Pokemon around the area. I saw some Murkrow and a couple of Yanma too. And then I saw Bianca. I got up and walked a couple of steps to see if it really was her. It was something different about her, though. She didn't have a white hat on, is what I realized. I figured that I would go over to say hi to her. I didn't see her this morning because of her errand, so I thought it would be the best thing to do. I walked over to her. Hey there. She didn't even respond nor look in my direction when I said that. Did she even hear me? I gave her a gentle tap on the back. Hey, silly, remember me? I'm Mike, the one with the amnesia. She gave me a concerned look, but did not say anything. Is something wrong? You having a bad day? Well, don't be, because the Tour de Altamar is today. But I think you knew that already. Still, she didn't say anything to me. She did respond to me with a nod, though. Not in a talking mood today, hmm? She just looked at me. Am I saying something wrong? This is a little weird. Is the race beginning soon, you know? She nodded her head again and pointed to the clock. It read 9:30. Oh, does the race begin in 30 minutes then? I tried to guess the time. She smiled and nodded. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I'm going to go find a good spot for the race. I'll see you later. I hope you have a better day. I noticed a big crowd of people walking down the road. I figured that they were going to the race. For some reason, I thought of the movie on the way. I thought of that part again. I thought of a part again that caught my attention. It was the scene where Latias was playing on the swing with Ash. I liked that scene a lot just because it showed Latias' playful side. She was disguised as a human when she went on the swing at first, but I remember she likes to disguise herself as Bianca because they were close friends. The funny part is about her disguise. It's actually it's extremely similar to the real Bianca, except she didn't disguise the hat. And I think that's kind of... Wait a minute, the hat! The Bianca I met didn't have a hat on. She was speechless too. Oh my God, that wasn't talking to Bianca at all. I was talking to Latias. I completely stopped where I was going and turned around. I ran as fast as I could to the plaza to see if Latias was still there. When I got there, I looked around. I didn't see her though. I was so disappointed. Ah, dang it! A lot of people looked over at me as I said that. And I was embarrassed in many ways. I felt so foolish not realizing that Bianca was really Latias disguised as her. I guess that disguise really works if it can fool me. I just gave up on the search. Who knows where she is now? I wanted to see the big race anyway. I followed the people down the path and saw the starting gate. I wanted to get close to the gate to see the racers, but there were too many people in the way. I went down the canal a bit more and found a spot. The man that I stood next to looked a little familiar to me. I kept having these I think I know the guy feelings, and they all have been right so far. So I just went with what with that, and I did know him. Hey, do I know you? The man turned over to me. He had a togepi in his hand. Well, you might. I'm Brock. I was the Pewter City gym leader of the Kanto region. It looks like my feeling was right again. I knew that name from the movie very well. I didn't want to think about it anymore because the race was about to begin. Welcome, one and all, to this 25th annual Tour de Altamar, an exciting race that gets more hot and fun each year. That was weird. I felt like I was here before and I heard him say those exact words. I was lost in thought when I thought I saw a figure go by. Gotta reword that. I didn't see anything when I tried looking around, though. The sun was beating down on the water, and it was causing such a glare that I couldn't see a thing. I squinted as hard as I could to get a better view. I looked up a little bit and saw two figures in the glowing light. That has to be Latias and Latios. I went over to the nearest bridge to get a better view. They both were moving at this time. I think the race has already begun. I looked down off the bridge to see the racers and their Pokemon fly fast across the water. Both Latios and Latias were following the racers, watching the race from above. I was in a race too, in a way. I was running as fast as I could to catch up with them. It wasn't easy at all. I was almost out of breath and energy, but if I stopped, I would lose their trail, and I really wanted to see them. I decided to take a shortcut down an alleyway, but I ended up getting lost. I, once again, lost the Latias because of stupidity. I was too out of breath to run anymore, so I just walked instead. I kept walking down the alley I was in, and I actually ended up at the starting line. I guess I did take a shortcut after all. The race was over, I noticed. Couldn't tell who won. I stood partly in the alley just to catch my breath. I was out of ideas for the moment, except for one. Latios and Latias can read my mind. I wonder if I try screaming their names in my head, maybe they'll be able to hear me. It was worth a shot. I had nothing else to try. Latias, Latios. I waited for a response, but there was none. I decided to try it again. Latias, Latios, please come over here. I again waited for a response, but still no answer. I tried squinting to see if they came or not. I saw the same two figures come around the building and stopped at the alley entrance. They both stayed there and just looked at me. They then looked at each other like they were talking. Then they looked at me once more and then turned around and flew off. I was totally shocked. They didn't even recognize me. First in disguise and now this. I felt so weird inside. There's only one explanation for those two events that happened to me. I really did go back in time. I had no idea where to go now. I just followed random roads until it got somewhere interesting. I ended up at Lorenzo's house. It was a little awkward if you ask me. I went to the kitchen door, but there was no one home. I decided to sit down and relax a little bit. It's only 12:30 and I'm already wiped out. I put my head down on the table and started to fall asleep. I heard voices when I almost fell fully asleep, though. I think I was having a daydream. Hey, you there. Hey, stop, please. My, that's a great shirt you have there, Latias. I suddenly snapped right out of my daydream, feeling wide awake now. I remember that part of the movie. It was the part where these two crooks tried to capture Latias when she was in her disguise. Annie and Oakley were their names. I hated that part. In fact, I hated any part with them in it because they only tried to harm the Latias. Wait a minute. That part happened almost right after the Tour de Altamar. And that means it would be happening real soon. Oh, no. Oh, no. I need to get over to that spot immediately. I can't let them capture Latias. I began pacing the floor, wondering what to do or where to go. There has to be a way to prevent that from happening. And as you can see from the end there, that is the end of part 1. I'm wiped out from talking a lot, but I hope you were interested in seeing what happens next. Well, will everything fall into place? What will happen? I know, but you don't. If you're interested in seeing what happens next, just to see if Mike's movie daydreams are true and what he does next in Altamar, then continue on to part 2, which I will post when I make it. Thank you for your time. This is Mr. Jum saying thanks yet again.